What is up, YouTube? Jason here. In today's video, we're going to be showing you how we make chili, and then for a bonus, we're going to be showing you how we make what we call haystacks. There's several different versions out there. I'm not saying theirs is wrong, but ours is definitely better. So anyway, don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave us a comment. Let us know what you think, what you would do different, if you'd add anything. We'll see you in the video. Alright, so here are our dried beans. This is about 3 cups of dried beans. This would be equivalent to 4 cans of your regular beans that you get at the store there. What we're going to do here is we need to boil these for an hour to an hour and a half to try to soften them up some to get them ready to go into the chili. And that's just because they're dried. And these came right out of our garden as well, which is pretty cool. Let's get you a pot of water here on the stove. Let's take beans, dump them in. Alright guys, so after you add the beans to the water, you want to make sure that's cold water, and then it's hard to see on the camera there, but we got a couple floaters here. So all you gotta do is just get those floaters out, and that's after you've rinsed them a few times. Then just let them sit in that cold water for a few minutes. You can just pick out the couple floaters that you might have. And that's going to be the same thing whether these were homegrown or store-bought or whatever, because you can still get bad ones even through the store. Give a little stir. Let all that settle back down. And then you're ready to start boiling. So then you're going to raise it to a boil and then lower it down to a simmer and then let them simmer for about an hour, hour and a half. You're just trying to get them reconstituted and softened back up there. Now I will say once they start to boil, you will start to see the beans floating, and that's perfectly normal. But you only want to worry about if they float in the cold water. Now in warm water, that's normal, so that's nothing to worry about. Alright guys, now I know it's hard to see from your angle here, but now that it's all starting to settle down, I've only got just a couple here that never sank to the bottom like the other ones. So I'm just going to pull them out. We're still continuing to let this simmer. Make sure there's no other ones in here floating around. Oh, we got one little one right there. But we're just gonna, like I said before, just continue to let this simmer. Get itself. There we go. That's the one we wanted. Got one more right there. So that was another 6 beans that didn't make it. But anyway, we'll come back when this gets good and cooked up. So while we're doing that is we'll make sure that they're starting to break up and soften up, but this is going to go into chili for probably another 5 hours of cooking, you know, slow cook for the chili there. So you want to make sure that they're not too soft, because otherwise they won't turn out very good to be all mushy. So we're going to pull these off, drain them, and we're going to get ready to start making the chili.
Okay, so now we're going to saute our onions and green peppers. mushrooms. Our mushrooms.
Spoon.
And a little bit of garlic. Because my family's a little pickier than some families. We're going to saute this up and then throw it in the Ninja and blend it. So we'll have the flavor, but we don't have any of the sliminess.
Alright, look, I'm not picky, okay? It's a texture issue. It's not that I'm picky, I eat all this. It's going to be in the chili, I just don't like the texture of the mushrooms and, say, the onions.
Works great for kids, too, who don't like to see anything green in their food. So you just kind of sneak it in there.
Alright, so while she's sauteing that, I'm going to get the hamburger cooking, which I'm doing right now. You can't see it because, you know, focusing on one spot. But we're going to use 3 pounds of hamburger. As soon as I get this thing open.
Brown up the burger.
Start cooking that and get it all browned up.
Okay, so we've got the peppers, the onions, and the mushrooms all in the Ninja. We are going to add packaged chili seasoning because, well, it's just easier. You can get these for like 49 cents. So instead of making my own, I use the packets. I'm gonna use 2 of them. Put them right in. Okay, we're gonna use a couple dashes of hot sauce. Okay. About, half a capful of soy sauce. I don't really measure much. Red chili flakes. And a little bit of tomato juice. Sugar. Add a little bit to this. You don't want to add too much. And put on the cap.
So here's what the peppers and onions and the hot sauce and everything looks like after you're done.
Taste is going to be very strong.
It's very concentrated right now because it's got to blend with all the chili and everything, but nice and thick. Alright, we got the hamburger all cooked there, as you can see. So now we're going to drain that off and then we'll be right back.
Okay, now we're going to pour all of the flavor in. And we're going to pour some tomato juice in. You can use vegetable juice if you want. You need some liquid. We only use one because we like a thicker chili rather than a thin chili. Sloppy. Alright, now we're gonna add the beans because we're in Central Illinois and we'll put beans in our chili. I know you people in Texas don't put no beans in your chili, but we like them. A good stir. Now, I'm gonna add a little mustard. Mustard has a couple things it does. Adds a little bit of flavor. It also helps to thicken up chili. Don't want to add too much because you don't want the flavor to overpower it, but you want to be able to taste it. Now, we'll leave this to cook on low for 2 to 4 hours. Okay, so this is how I like my chili. I have crumbled up crackers on the bottom, chili, cheese, sour cream, and taco sauce. It doesn't look so hot when you mix it all together, but it tastes delicious.
Alright guys, now that we have the chili and everything done, I'm going to show you how we assemble our haystack. So we're going to use Fritos scoops. Aries likes these better. Personally, I like the regular Fritos. They're a little bit easier to eat. But he likes the scoops because, well, he can do just that. He can scoop. He likes to scoop the chili up to eat it. I'll cover this big old plate. Yes, that looks like a lot, and it is. Love this plate too. You got this nice big thick lip on it. It's perfect for this, and it's really about all I use this plate for. So get the Fritos spread out there. Nice even layer across the bottom. The chili. Obviously this comes down to preference on how much you want to put on there. I can get it spread out pretty good. We get some chili in every bite. Okay, then I like to use probably what I consider too much sour cream. And again, you don't have to do it this way. This is just the way we do it. But I like to put a lot of sour cream because I personally really like sour cream. So we're going to cover pretty much this whole thing with sour cream. So I like to get a bite of sour cream in pretty much every bite. Alright, you guys get the idea. Next, I like to take some lettuce. Some lettuce over the top of that. Just another layer. I like to come in with cheese. We use the nacho blend cheese, taco. It's got several different names, but it's the multi-blend cheese. Since this isn't an everyday meal, I like to really live it up and kind of go overboard. You know, this is a dessert really for us, a delicacy more or less. That's what I'm looking for. I come in, take some really fine diced tomatoes, sprinkle those over the top. Again, this all comes down to preference. And maybe you could take and chop up a little bit of green onions, sprinkle over the top as well. And I like to come in with some taco sauce. I'll drizzle that over the top of it. And that's how I make a haystack. It's really good. Give it a try. Let us know what you think. Let us know if there's things you would change, what you would do different. But there it is.